The sound of gunfire in the air and blood running in the streets. Language on this video posted on YouTube claims Syrian troops opened fire on protesters in the south of the country on Wednesday. Now, there are conflicting reports about the death toll. Witnesses say it is anywhere from 15 to 100. It's impossible for us to independently confirm the authenticity of the video. Despite repeated attempts, CNN has been denied permission to report from inside the country. A closer look now at the apparent bloodbath. You can see victims lying in the street. You hear the shots being fired. This video was posted on Facebook. Again, impossible to confirm its authenticity. Daraa in southern Syria is the focal point of the anti-regime rallies and the unrest. It is located about 120 kilometers south of the capital, Damascus, very close to the border with Jordan. A new message now from an advisor to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. She reportedly told news agencies Syria will witness very important decisions to grant the desires of the people. Mohammed Jamjoom is tracking developments for us from his watch post in Abu Dhabi. Mohammed, what do we know about these promises?
Well, Jim, we've not been able to confirm this yet. There are multiple reports out there, as you said, that an advisor to the president has said that important decisions would be made to fulfill the aspirations of the Syrian people. Now, this would show that there is a level of great concern in the Syrian government that these protests will continue to spread, they will continue on. Now, yesterday we heard from the Syrian government on Syrian state television that the president had dismissed the governor of Daraa. That seemed to be a concession to local tribal leaders and reform activists asking for people who'd been involved in this crackdown to be held accountable and responsible by the government to be prosecuted. We don't know yet what will happen to this governor after he's been dismissed, but it does look like the government is trying to quell some discontent. Whether it will be able to, we don't know. All the activists we speak with, they are quite angry. They're still planning to come out and demonstrate. There have been more demonstrations since yesterday, and there are even bigger demonstrations planned for tomorrow. Jim?
This is not a regime that historically abides this kind of protests against its rule. How shaky is the government?
Right now, it looks like the concern is really growing. As you said, we've tried repeatedly to get into Syria, to report from Syria. We've not been able to. We've not been able to get to a lot of Syrian government officials for comment. But what we can tell is that they are concerned. You said this is a government that's known to be very authoritarian. One of the problems right there that Bashar al-Assad is having is that he came into office promising reforms after the long authoritarian rule of his father. He promised to loosen restrictions. People saw that that wasn't happening. There was more international condemnation by human rights groups and governments that reform wasn't happening fast enough. So whether or not this will be taken by the street as something to look forward to, we just don't know at this point. Jim?
All right, Mohammed Jamjoom there in Abu Dhabi. Mohammed, as always, thanks for keeping us posted.